all the stories that nobody wrote. All the stories that nobody wrote. We've all heard stories, but who is still listening now? It never began. Veil is never thin. It never began. You were there. We felt your presence. Interdimensional connection. Communication. communicating the only way they know how. The flowers communicate with color. And all of a sudden, we all gave birth, judging by cover, and every age in turn. And so we've learned that everywhere is hope, even the unknown. More than what we're shown. We've all heard stories, but who is still listening now? Who is still listening now? Who is still listening now? We've all heard stories, but who is still listening now? Who is still listening now? Who is stationary? We've all heard stories, but who is still listening now? Who is still listening now? Who is still? We've all heard stories, but who is listening now? Who is listening now? Who is still listening now? We've all heard stories and we've all got them to share. Whether conscious or unaware, we've all got stories to tell. Tell on them, tell on them, tell on them, tell on them. Show and tell. I got the keys to the flat. They felt weighty in my hand. They felt like happiness. They felt like freedom. It was November. It was a dark night. My friend Alex dropped me off. I was in a new relationship. This was a new step into a new life. The building itself, old, unassuming, nothing about it really. Heavy doors, old carpet, 2 sets of stairs. Up one flight, small landing, little box. Up the second, a heavily built door, and we were in. It was a hard day. It was a very hard day. I carried up a washing machine on my own, 2 flights of stairs, no one to help me. I hand built a futon bed, carried all the boxes in. I was in physically great condition, but man, I was fucking tired at the end of the day. And the last task was to hang a little picture of my partner's grandma on the wall. Beneath the picture was an old brass light switch. The kind that used to stick out and look like a metal tit. I tapped it in, turned the light switch off, and stepped away. As I walked towards the bed, I heard a soft thud in front of me. I walked back to the light switch. The picture wasn't there as I flipped the light on. I turned back round. The picture was in the middle of the carpet of the bedroom, a good 3 meters away from the switch. What the fuck? It could not have bounced. It landed with such a soft noise, it was like it was placed. I went back. I was physically shattered. I just thought, I can't fucking deal with this now. I just want to go to bed. And as I went back to the light switch to turn it off, about 30 paperbacks came off the top of the wardrobe. They hit me in the side of the face and the middle of my back, and then a few more trickled off like water falling off. There's absolutely no way that could have been anything other than something very strange. I was so shattered, my mind couldn't cope with it. And as scared as I was, I decided to go to sleep, wake up. Tomorrow was another day. The flat was a small, thin landing. On the top of the landing, the first door you came to was the living room. Large room, high rafters. In the living room was a small kitchen. Walk outside, down the thin passageway, the landing, bathroom on the right, bedroom at the front, large bay window. Within a week of us being there, the damp patch started to appear. The previous owner of the flat had been a drug dealer. New doors, new keys, they'd even had the floorboards up, the skirting boards, everything had been replaced, painted. There shouldn't be a damp patch coming through. Within a couple of days, the damp patch had gone. This became a thing. It kept reoccurring on and off. It was quite hard to check, so we just sort of put up with it. Another thing I noticed was how hot or how cold the flat would become. You'd have guests, it would go very, very cold, see your breath cold. And then sometimes it would go very, very hot. It was old heating, but there's absolutely no way this should have occurred. It played up more when we had company. My dad in particular felt so uneasy that he only came to the flat once and he never came back. I got a 12-month contract with the flat. When visitors did come, one of the things that kept happening was that glasses, wine glasses in particular, would shatter as people reached down to pick them up. This happened on at least half a dozen occasions with different people. It happened on me 2 or 3 times. The second time in, it cut me quite a deep cut. Your mind at this stage tries to think, I don't know, have we bought a crap set of glasses? Have they come out of the dishwasher? Are they too hot, too cold? Your mind scrabbles to make sense of these things, but we couldn't find any sense in it. We had 2 zebra finches. We shouldn't have any pets, but we had 2 zebra finches in a cage. We started to notice that they would go very quiet before weird or out of hand things started to happen. They would sit quiet as mice in the bottom of the cage, looking very scared. One morning I got up ready for work. I walked into the front room. The books and DVDs that we had, which weren't many, were piled up like a little bridge on the carpet in the front room. I'm rushing around going to work. I just wondered if my partner, I wondered if she was trying to play a game with me. I didn't mention it. She hadn't got to go work till later, so I let it ride. Didn't mention it. The DVDs and some of the books, some would disappear. Some would disappear for 2 weeks. Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day went for nearly a month, then came back in the middle of the carpet. It came right back. I couldn't explain this. Other mornings there would be car keys, trinkets, little possessions, almost like a child was on the mantelpiece and arranging them in front of the mantelpiece. We had a tin of beans. The tin of beans, I was doing the dishes in the kitchen and opened the cupboard up to put some of the dishes away that I'd washed. The tin of beans came out of the cupboard so hard in front of me, hit the edge of the sink. It hit the sink so hard that the top lip hit the bottom lip and the tin didn't burst. It made me shout out. I shouted out, fuck. My missus came running through. What's up? I showed her the tin. The tin was just impossible. I tried at work with several tins of beans, putting them in vices to see if I could reproduce the effect of that. And we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. Again, the birds were very, very quiet. The landlady was due to come up. We've been in there a couple of months. And the landlady was due. I noticed that we'd had an awful lot of mail coming through the letterbox. All different names. No one had stayed there. Nobody. So basically, when I asked her about it, she went very red. She was clearly lying. There was a high turnover to this place. I felt like I was being watched. I was having invasive sleep as well. I was just having invasive sleep. It was horrible. The bathroom had a deep, old enamel bathtub in there. There were the old red sort of terracotta plant pots. I went in there with the Hoover one day. Two of those plant pots just shattered. They clean shattered. They threw soil, they threw filth all around the bath. Fragments went everywhere. By this point, I knew that something was adrift. I looked up the loft hatch, which curiously came in over the bathtub. I wondered if somebody was playing games with us. I had a padlock fitted on there. I even put talcum powder down. If somebody was coming in, then I would find footprints, claw prints, whatever, hoof marks. By this point, I was tired. My thinking wasn't logical. I used to go cycling on a Saturday. I'd be dog tired. I'd come in Saturday afternoon, go on the futon, start to swim. One particular afternoon, I could feel something on my chest. And I was kind of stuck between sleep and awake. The weight of this thing was terrifying. I felt like I wanted to cry. I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't make a sound. My eyes wouldn't open. I was fucking paralysed. And I could feel this thing pushing and pushing and pushing. And it was cold. It was fucking icy cold. I've never been so scared in my fucking life. And upstairs, a neighbour man called Ian. We went on holiday for a week. We neglected to tell Ian where we were going. When we got back, Ian was furious with us. He says, what the fuck have you been doing the last few weeks? This last week, sorry. The noises we've heard, the shouting. He said we've heard babies crying, heavy footsteps, stamping. He said, what have you been doing? I said, Ian, I haven't been in. I haven't been in the flat at all. I've been away for a week. I don't think you believe me. You still don't think you believe me. I was running a bath about a month later, late afternoon. Just walking through the bathroom, gone from the bedroom to the bathroom. The bathroom's near the floor. Just about to enter into the bathroom, and I could smell like shit, basically. Not animal greases, it smelled like human shit. And then I smelled like sulphur, a really, really sulphurous smell. When I looked up to the landing, there was a being, an entity, man-shaped, lean, thin, 6.5 foot tall, jet black at its core, absolutely black. It looked like filthy charcoal drawing. It had a head. As the head turned, it had no features, none. And it looked straight fucking at me. I stood there, down there and pissed myself with shock. The smell was burning my nostrils. I couldn't shout out. I was too fucking scared to shout out. I stood there for what seemed like fucking ages. In truth, it was probably seconds. The thing looked, leaned forward slightly, and then walked straight through the wall. I went back into the front bedroom and I cried. cried because I didn't know what else to do. I was reduced to a child, really. All the while we were in there, myself and the missus, we felt like we were being watched. I came home another night, all the photographs that were on the upstairs landing, all of them tilted to my left hand, all at the same angle. That same day, I walked into the front bedroom. There was a huge rat that came blind a long way. The top was a massive 5-foot drop on everything. The cord was tied up in a tight ball. It took me about 10 minutes to unwind. I just couldn't comprehend it. We got new keys to the flat. We were first people opening these locks. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was exhausted. I was really fucking tired all the time. I wasn't myself. All the time I was thinking, I used to look forward to going there, but now I don't look forward to it at all. It was terrifying. We had 2 or 3 incidents where at 3 a.m. I would hear the most cacophonous, hellish fucking noise you've ever heard in your life. Like a car accident, like a brass band, screaming, animal noises. I grabbed a rattan cane that I used in martial arts. I ran through to the front room, kicked the fucking door open, adrenaline was spewing out on me. Everything went drop dead silent. The moment my alarm opened that door, there was nothing there. This happened 2 or 3 times when we were in the flat. I would hear babies crying, low-level animal sort of noises like growling. I'd hear scratching in the walls. Sometimes you have it 2 or 3 times in a night, and it would stop for 2 or 3 weeks. So you get this sense of, perhaps it's fucked off now. Perhaps opening the boat, perhaps it's gone. I tried using sage sticks. I read about Red Indian ceremonies. I researched. I did prayers. I did minor incantations to try and shake what was in there. Something was fucking in there, and it was feeding on us. It was feeding on my fear. I was just so fucked and so emotional all the time. I would cry and drop my eyes. Last night I was out. My missus saw a lady in white stood at the top of the stairs in like 1960s clothes, white clothes, not Victorian, not the goose cliche. It was a beautiful lady, and she could see in detail with features that would appear and then disappear. This apparition only appeared for my missus. I never saw it. That's it. I never saw it. Whenever I've been out at night, all the lights would be on because my missus would be so scared to have the lights on. I remember trying to shout out, and I remember saying, whatever you are, whoever you are, you're living here rent free. I'm not going to be pushed out. You will not fucking push me out. I'm not having it. You can stay here, you can reside, or you've got to stop. You've got to stop the noise. If you don't, I never shout to it. I'll go to the local church, I'll get someone to come in, and we'll get rid of it. The place the next day was eerily quiet, but in a nice way. I honestly thought that somehow we'd managed to shift it. The last 2 weeks of the lease, of a 12-month lease, were the worst of my life. There would be noises, the duvet would be pulled, we would feel parts of our body being pinched. I used to be in dread of going in the bathroom because things would just keep breaking. By this time, nobody had come to visit us. I had to go downstairs to get the readings for the meters, the electricity meters. They were in the bookies. I spoke to the ladies down there, and they said that all the time, both them and the cleaners would hear things in the flat. Even when it was empty for months, they'd hear things. Banging, noises. There was something definitely there, definitely. During the last week, I was going out on a Monday night with my brother. I had to go down the stairs, then I would shut the door onto the landing. Ian had moved out, so there was an emergency power button in a little box of tricks on the landing. In order for me to light the last section of the stair, I had to press the power button. I pressed the power button, nothing happened. Pressed again, nothing happened. Against my better judgment, I didn't go upstairs and get a torch. I just had a little mag light. I came down the stairs. As I came down the fucking stairs, something was behind me. I could fucking feel it. I could feel the presence of it. It was fucking foul. I felt fucking helpless. All the martial arts I'd done, they were just to absolutely fucking nothing. I took another step. The stairway was very steep. There was a handrail. This thing came down, and the weight of it behind me, I could feel the weight of it on the step vibrating out of my step. I took another fucking step. I was so scared I jumped the last three. I hit my chest on the bar of the fire door, forward rolled out onto the pavement. People saw me just jump into my brother's car, screaming, "Let's just fucking get out of here, let's just go. Let's just go. Go now." When you talk to people about these things, no one believes you. No one believes you. For some reason, they think you're making it up. It came time to leave the flat. When I moved in the flat, I was about 12 and a half stone in weight. When I left, I was nearly 10. I hadn't slept properly in months. All my thoughts were consumed with this thing. It was exhausting. We both looked ill. I remember moving into the new house that we bought and actually being scared for a week. Just thinking, oh, this fucking thing doesn't follow me. Because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. 27 years later, a friend of mine is cleaning the windows. A new lady's moved into the same flat. He goes up to her money. She looks quite poorly. My friend says to her, "What's the matter, love? You look knackered." She says, "I'm really knackered." She says, "I haven't slept a week since I moved in here. This is the most haunted place I've ever been. Just don't follow me. Don't fucking back to my new house. Just stay fucking put. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. I just want to fucking sleep. Let me sleep. Let me have one day without fucking thinking about it. Another day. One fucking day. Leave me alone. So leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me.
The boundary is always thin. Investigate.